Let's integrate. First of all, did you get the integral to be negative cos?
Yes.
3x divided by 3?
Yes.
From pi over 6 to pi over 2. And then when you plugged it in, you would get negative cos of 3 pi over 2, all divided by 3, minus negative cos pi over 2, all divided by 3.
Oh, wait, what? Wait, that should not be over 6.
What's on your shirt?
I think they're birds.
Oh, I wasn't sure.
If I plug in the pi over 6, 3 pi on 6 is 3 pi on 2. It's just pi on 2.
That works. So
Okay.
why did I not?
This is on your pi plate. What is the value of cos 3 pi over 2? 0. Really?
I got 0.001. Is that close?
And what is the value of cos of pi over 2?
1.
Wait,
0.
0.
why did my calculator? Because I'm in degrees, not rad, so that has to do anything? Oh, you put in rad to get.
And so 0 minus 0,
There's no area.
there's no area. Is that true? Let's look at what's happening in this graph. Can it truly be no area? So we're doing sine of 3x. Well, we know the sine graph. Thank you. Sine of 3x. Okay. I'm going to go and make sure that my mode is in radians. One way to do a zoom here so that you can see it nicely is go to zoom and then 7, which is trig. And there it is. And there's got to be area there.
Yeah.
Like, how can it be 0? Right now, I'm not feeling like this guy. I'm feeling more like this guy.
My graph looks very different.
So are you in radians?
Yes.
And
Something.
just if you go zoom, yours is just tight because it's going from negative 10 to 10. If you go zoom 7,
I did that. Oh, I guess I undid that.
okay.
Yeah, man, nice.
So now I'm going to calculate it,
Funny.
and I'm going to calculate it. We're calculating it from pi over 6. So pi over 6 as my lower value, and then pi over 2 as my upper value. And this one
Also cancels out.
gave an answer of negative 1.07 e to the minus 14. First of all, what does the e to the minus 14 mean?
That means super
A lot of decimal places.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 1, 0, 7. So it's basically 0. The reason it doesn't show up as 0 on the calculator is the calculator does a bunch of calculations until it feels it's close enough to the answer, and then says it's close enough. But in reality, the answer should be 0. And the way that an integral works is whatever part is above the curve is going to be positive, and whatever part is below the curve is going to be negative. Now we know cos of 3x. We know, what is this value? When is it? Yeah, when is it 0? What's the x value? Pi over 2. Pi over 2, and it would just be x, but since it's 3x, this will be pi over 2 divided by 3. This will be pi over 6. Right? No. No. Pi over 6 is one of the limits. I did something wrong.
Yeah, you did something wrong. Okay, no. What you gotta do is you gotta take
We want to figure out when sine of 3x
pi over 2 and times it by 3, so then you have equal values on the bottom.
equals 0. That's what we want to figure out when it's equal to 0.
Yeah, see, you just gotta go like this. Pi over 2. So you have 3 pi over.
Should be pi over 6.
Is pi over 6 minus pi over 2 divided 2?
Oh, math is getting out of my level here. So I can,
No. Which one is bigger? Pi over 2 minus pi over 6.
No, but what we want to figure out, when is this sine of 3x equal to 0?
So that's pi over 6.
Normally, sine is equal to 0 at Here it is. Sine is equal to 0 at 0, pi, and 2 pi, right? So 3x, it would be equal to 0 at 0, pi over 3, 2 pi over 3.
Oh, that's for Andrew.
There it is.
No, I was talking to his brother and we're thinking.
So if we figured out the area between pi over 6 and pi over 3, that would give us the positive value. And if we figured out from pi over 3 to pi over 2, it would give us the same value, negative. So if we do that quick just to check. Second, calculate. Number 7, if we go from pi over 6 to pi over 3, we will get positive 1/3, 0.3 repeated. And then if I did that same thing again and checked what would happen if I went from pi over 3 to pi over 2, that'll give me the negative 0.3 repeated. And adding those two together would give me 0. So whatever is below the x-axis will be negative, and whatever is above the x-axis would be positive. But if you were doing this question for the first time and thought you did it right and you got 0, you would feel exactly like this guy. And be very confused. Why did you get 0?